read an ad, a very small ad in the Albuquerque Journal that somebody was going to speak, or the Humanists were going to have a meeting at law school. And so, being a lawyer, I thought, well, I know those premises. I'll just go there and see what that's about. And I've been going ever since.
My family were Jehovah's Witnesses, so I was raised Jehovah's Witnesses, very fundamentalist group. Very apolitical, although my dad ranted and raved politics from morning to night.
Well, I am originally from Hungary. I was born in a little suburb of Budapest, which is the capital, called Kispest, which means Little Pest.
Born in Brooklyn, New York, and brought up during our earliest childhood is during the World War II years.
Well, my parents were Central Americans. My father was a Guatemalan and my mother was a Nicaraguan, which makes me a Guatnik, I suppose.
My grandparents, until I was about 11, were very liberal.
Well, I wasn't aware of humanism. It's something I didn't know a thing about, even though I graduated from college. I was one of those humanists that didn't know there was an American Humanist Association.
First of all, it's sort of nice to know that there's other people like humanists that share some of your ideas about the dangers of religious or any kind of authoritarianism. So you feel like you have comrades here. That's emotionally as well as intellectually satisfying.
The Trinity just didn't make any sense whatsoever. And then eventually I also came around to questioning the whole concept of God, supreme being, all that. I played for a while with the concept of atheism. Then I realized, well, atheists say that there is no God. But I know a lot of people who believe that there is. So what's going on? So as a psychologist, which is my training, I concluded, well, God does exist. There is one created by and residing in the mind of every believer. So that's kind of my neither theism nor atheism. Sometimes I call it terror-theism, as in terabytes. You know, there are billions and billions of gods, and they are all different, as a matter of fact. That's why you have hundreds, thousands of different religions and sects and denominations. Just Christianity itself, the last count had over 36,000 varieties of Christianity.
I think I didn't realize it, but I became a humanist at about age 7 or 8.
I think we have a special problem in the United States with regard to humanism because it concerns the character of religious involvement in this country. You know, we're religious to a crazy extent. I mean, yeah, I know you have the extreme Muslims and so forth, but here, you know, people depend so heavily on any kind of God concept, and this is where I'm really close to the humanist too. I get so sick of this, you know, in God we trust. We offer you our prayers in this particular disaster. I know politicians do that in order to accord themselves to the large religious element, but I think part of the problem in this country is this excessive religiousness.
So I was not aware of a lot of that, but I think the main thing that got me was when I took a science course in industrial psychology, and it was about the experimental method. And to me that was like an aha, awakening experience to find a way of looking for truth or approaching truth. You might never find it, but at least it's a better method reasoning is a better method in the scientific method. It's a better method of struggling to find truth than any other method.
Humanism is not defined by atheism, which it is for many people in the humanist movement. And I feel that that's not an academic distinction. It's an essential distinction, which is the difference between having a sterile movement that doesn't go anywhere, that doesn't have any impact on society, to a dynamic movement that connects to people as a whole, no matter what religion, even evangelical religious believers. The idea of equating humanism with atheism it goes along with debunking religion and putting an incredible emphasis on the part of some people in the humanist movement on constantly thinking they have to prove religion is wrong.
I just think we need to tread a little lighter.
I am more into philosophy and science, and so I'm kind of a libertarian, Unitarian, revolutionary, Epicurean, all these things wrapped into one, but I find humanism quite close to my own way of thinking.
We believe that all humanists with a big H or a little h, I think, believe that society must take care of all of its people and not create second class, third class, fourth class, or even slave citizens, which we have done in this country to some degree.
Quand je vous aimerai, ma foi, je ne sais pas, peut-être jamais, peut-être demain, mais pas aujourd'hui, c'est certain. L'amore è un oiseau